light for bright. You can turn the light off. You
Uh-huh.
can get the lights going like this. You
Okay.
just wear it right around your neck, and it's fantastic for any type of reading, arts and
How
crafts.
how
if you
did
need
you
better
come?
light on something.
Is that yours? Did you?
So the story goes.
Why do you have this?
Well, my mother gave it
This
to me for
light
Christmas.
necklace. Okay.
She gave it to all the kids for Christmas. It was one of like the stocking stuffers. Everybody's got one thing.
Okay.
And I just opened it today, which shows how interested I was in it.
And your question was, the question you opened with me is, how many of those do you think I can sell?
Yeah.
You know what my answer is?
Yeah.
More than you.
No way.
Welcome back to another episode of So You Think You Can Pitch. I went live without telling Peter. I don't know if he's even ready. Peter, if you have the intro, let's hear it.
I am not ready at all. Woo! But seriously, guys, can we get one of these sold?
One of these necklace lamps. Like, what does this give me over a reading light?
It's a necklace.
Why do you
lamp.
have it?
I'm gonna wear it for just the beginning portion.
Yeah, because it's definitely creating 2 points of light in my camera that I don't need to be distracted. Eyes are up here, buddy.
We are two pitch artists that learned from the best of the best decades ago to become the best of the best. From the Atlantic City Boardwalk to your local grocery store and big box retailer, we made companies millions of dollars selling products you'd probably roll your eyes at. And now we are searching social media for the pitches that will make our hearts sing. Finding products and personalities that make you want to buy or make you want to cry. Welcome to another episode of So You Think You Can Pitch.
Food warmers? Processors? Food warmers.
Food warmers?
Damn it. Oops.
See what happens when you go live too early? You botch this whole fucking thing. You don't give us a chance to
the whole thing's
group
ruined.
ourselves.
We're definitely not
after a long
scraping
day.
the bottom of the barrel with products yet. Oh, okay. Thank you for your
all different color settings too. In case
I got you.
All right. Anyway.
Yeah. Have you used it, or you just got it out of the packaging?
I just told you I used it on arts and crafts. I was doing diamond art, and I had it. My diamond art was illuminated.
Wait, hold on. What? You were doing diamond art?
Diamond art, man.
What is diamond art?
Google it and pull up a picture. Share a picture in the center of the screen, and I'll explain.
Oh, all right.
I know.
Why do you're making demands of me?
But you're curious enough to actually listen to me, which is entertaining.
Oh, is that a fact?
I mean, is it not a fact? Dude.
Let's see.
Yeah. So just click on any of the dolphins in the center. That's a nice one.
The dolphins in the center. Okay. Okay, I see what.
So basically, you buy these kits that are filled with these different these different bags of colored beads, and they have numbers on them. So it's very much like paint by number. And you get a mat like this where the dolphin's blue will be, the letter V, and everything in the bag with the letter V has these little dark blue diamond pebbles in them. But then the sunrise in the back will be yellow, and yellow will be, S. And so your little bag of S will have yellow beads. And you just follow along, kind of like paint by number. And then eventually you get this beautiful piece of artwork.
So it's a grid. It looks like pics for our audio listeners. And we are going to have audio listeners now because, Peter, we are live on Spotify and Apple Podcasts.
Look at that. So you think you can pitch.
So you think you can pitch. Find us now on wherever you find your podcast. I think it might be just Spotify and just Apple Podcast. That's all I had time for today. But if you want, you can find us on Patreon. If you feel so inclined to give us money every month, you can do that on Patreon now. There are no tiers yet, and there are no perks. So
awesome. Well,
don't know
we're off to a good start.
We're a little premature on the announcement, but otherwise.
And if the beginning of this episode was any indication that we're taking this very seriously,
I want to set real expectations. Is that we are doing what we can when we can. No, but the reason I mentioned Patreon is we do not.
Like, we are doing our best.
There are no tiers yet. You actually can't give us money, but you can follow us on Patreon to get the RSS feed for the podcast, or you can go to Spotify or Apple Podcasts. And then I think my other option was to host it on Spotify. I need to look more into it. I was learning about it today while I was working at my other job at home. So
I see it's time for tea.
It is. It's in the afternoon for me, so I'm sure not gonna, stay up all night with this caffeine. I'm an old man. I can't have my sleep disrupted.
This is the second episode in a row, Stephen, that you have said some like old man shit.
I'm leaning into it. Listen, it's bad enough we're on the internet
cardigan.
At all.
That's you haven't taken it off in weeks since you moved to Maryland.
It snowed today. I had to have the fireplace on. I had to get cozy.
I
have to have a hot drink, a cold drink at all times. Where's my cold drink? Oh no. Well, that's gonna fuck me up for the rest of the episode. Thinking about that. How was your weekend? Good.
Weekend was great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great. Definitely don't elaborate. I went to the just fuck me, I guess. I did something interesting.
Tell me all about it.
I went to Edgar Allan Poe's house in Baltimore.
Oh, how exciting.
Which was fascinating. Houses were tiny back then, man. They were.
What did you learn about Edgar Allan Poe that we should all know?
What I learned is the famous photo of him, that famous Edgar Allan Poe photo, is there's got to be an image here. Here, I'll this one right here.
Yeah. The one where he's looking macabre.
Right. This one next to it was taken right around the same time. But anyways, the famous photo where he looks completely hungover is due to the fact that he was in fact completely hungover. And he basically was exceptionally depressed due to events in his life, and took a bunch, tried to buy a bottle of laudanum and drank it. His body rejected it, so he was throwing up all night, and he did like a drink, but he was having a very rough day. And getting your picture taken was not something you could just do whenever you wanted. So he truly was just having a real rough day. And that's the picture of him that's immortalized. Also, he had a great sense of humor. He had a very sharp wit too. And he was very harsh to to pieces of art that he didn't like. But he's, for those, he's credited for the detective story. Sir Arthur Conan Doyle, is quoted as saying, "Where would the detective novel be without Edgar Allan Poe?" So real fascinating guy. So yeah, I was in his room.
Wow. Did you hear the heart?
No, but they did have the cellar boarded up. They were like, "We don't let people down there." I'm like, yeah, why are there bones? Well, they did find animal bones after he died, but no, there are no bones. And I'm like, just what somebody who's hiding bones would say.
Yeah.
So
animals, humans are animals.
Yeah, that's true. Humans are animals, Peter. Very good.
It's a food product.
Do you know what you also can do with your bones?
No, you wouldn't put bones in a food processor. But I did recently make a cake. Did I talk about this yet? Cake I made?
No, you didn't. You shut down my weekend banter, and
I didn't make a
was like,
cake this
bones-
weekend, Steven.
Bones in the.
I didn't make a cake this
No
weekend.
one's claiming that you did. Squirrel brain. Like, would you please?
I said I made a cake recently. Which is
I
different.
never. I didn't think.
Stop
you
putting
made
words
it
in my
this
mouth.
weekend. That wasn't my point. God damn it. Oh.
So
Well, we
when
made
I
it
made the
22
cake,
episodes, this was so good.
which was not this weekend, I
made a cake.
used a food processor.
But no bones, because God
No
forbid.
bones. No,
We
I
riff.
used dates and chocolate chips, and I did not think that the food processor would turn this into a paste, but it did, and I
Okay.
was impressed.
Well,
The thing about a food processor that I don't like, though, and I'm
Yeah?
just going to put it out there right now before we get into this episode, is that it pushes all the food to the edges. And then you got to turn the damn thing off, and you kind of have to scrape everything back into the center and get it going
Okay.
again. And you got to do that like 2 or 3. I mean, I've got the Ninja, so maybe it's just the model. But the Ninja's all like, everyone loves the Ninja. Go buy a Ninja this, Ninja that. So I assume that they have a good product. Maybe that's a bad assumption. My mother's Cuisinart one, though, that shit doesn't have the stick to the wall issue. I don't know if it's the design or that it's a million years old and it's like channeling the energy of 1,000 Nonas. I don't know what's going on with that thing, but she fucking runs that thing for 20 seconds. And no matter what you put in it, it is perfectly chopped exactly the way that you would want it. So
awesome.
maybe it's a Ninja problem, maybe it's a me problem, but I don't like when stuff gets stuck on the sides there. Now,
Yeah. My main problem with Ninja stuff is that their whole gimmick is that it's overpowered. Like, it's an overpowered motor for the thing that you need. Like the blender, for instance, is just insane. Like, I thought it was going to take off. And I'm like, I just need you to blend. I don't need you to like create a gale force, 3-tiered blade chopping. Like, it's just crazy. But
how else do you make soup in the Ninja, which is one of the things it advertises?
in the blender or the food processing?
In the Ninja.
Well, do they have both, or is the blender the same thing as the food processor?
Bingo. The food
Okay.
processor is like a stout one, and then the blender is the tall one.
So is a food processor just a short blender?
No, I don't think so. See, I think there's more to the food processor game than we're letting on. I feel like blenders and food processors are naturally very different, but somehow companies like Ninja have kind of pushed them together because we want like one appliance to rule them all. So they just say like, it's a blender, it's a food processor, it's a soup maker, it's a candlestick maker, it's a baker, it's a...
It's a Quaker.
It's a Laker. Slam dunk.
It's a shaker.
It's a raker during autumn.
It's a staker for vampires.
Oh, for vampires. I just recently watched the Twilight series.
Okay,
for the
then I
first
win
time.
on staker.
Yeah, I'll give it to you for Staker. That's fine.
I was like, that's probably gonna be my last one.
I was
Hopefully
going to
he
be a
doesn't keep it
partaker,
going.
but I just wanted to continue a different conversation.
A partaker?
Yeah,
That doesn't work. That's not a verb.
it absolutely works. What are you talking about?
Partake is a verb, but it doesn't it's not an action that this device could be. You've gone
I would like
outside
to-
the parameters of the
I would
rules
like to
of
be
the
a
game that I made up
partaker.
in my don't interrupt me. That I made up in my mind.
So Touche.
I pass 100% of the tests that I write myself. Blenders are designed to
believe that.
liquefy and pulverize ingredients into smooth, pourable textures, while food processors are built for the mechanical prep tasks like slicing, shredding, and dicing. So tall, it's the shape of the. So I guess it's the shape of it. So like as food for a wider bowl for food processors, like as it chops it, it pushes it out. So maybe that's a feature, not a bug. But I actually don't have a food processor, and I've never really quite like gotten around to figuring out how to integrate it into my cooking.
I mean, you're still working on the Spurtle.
I love the Spurtle now. that is fully integrated.
Last episode.
Yeah, I didn't bring it up here to slap you, but
speaking of last episode, I do find it very interesting. I was explaining to my girlfriend that we both had this audible gasp when they cracked the spaghetti in half in that last infomercial that we watched last episode.
Yeah,
and she was like, "Well, that's all you're talking about. Like, that's the OG rage bait right there. Like, they purposefully did that so that you would give them more attention." And I was like, "We totally took the bait." Still not buying that product, but
still not buying it though. Yeah, it's the same sort of thing that we've talked about when people are like cracking screen protectors with a butt plug or something like that. It's like, okay, you grabbed my attention, but you didn't do anything with it. So if you're gonna grab it,
do something with it.
Do something with it.
And you can quote us on that.
And you can, Stephen and Peter. That is, so you think you can pitch a unified front? If you're gonna grab it, you better
do something with it. That's right. Let us know. Let us know how you feel about that tagline in the comments, or at gmail.com.
At gmail.com, or go ahead and throw us a like on Apple Podcasts or Spotify. Audio only at the moment, because right now we're focused on the YouTube channel, which, again, thank you guys for liking and subscribing. We definitely appreciate you guys sharing it and all that stuff.
And while you're sharing said podcast, you can also make a beautiful meal for friends and family using your new food processor.
I wouldn't put bones in a food processor, though.
No, don't put bones in it. But Ritz crackers.
Yeah, if you want to pulverize them into a crumbly crust, or what do you use your food processor for most? Because I don't have one.
I don't really use it that often, I'll be honest.
Okay.
The cake thing was my smoking gun, and we surpassed that. So now I've got nothing.
Yeah. So what we're talking about this time, this is the Ganiza, Ganiza food processor with 8-cup glass bowl and 8-cup stainless steel 2-speed food chopper, meat grinder, upgraded button, and smart overheat protection. Light includes clean brush, 2 sets of blades, kitchen vegetable slicer, vegetable cutter, kitchen appliances. Wow. Search engine optimization at its finest.
Really good work. I gotta say.
I was like, I should have paused halfway through. So this is this product is not super high in the top of the sales. However, this is a $33.99 product with a 10% commission rate, marked down from $49.99. So, you get more per unit on this. The total GMV is 569.6 thousand. There are 630 shoppable videos. So if this is something that speaks to you, definitely something you could get in on to add to your repertoire of products that you have and products that you're selling. As always, our stats are brought to us by Fastmoss. Fastmoss.com. I put the pause in there for you. The Fastmoss. You're ruining everything this episode, Peter. Fastpass.com right now. Register for the what was it? YFC Con 2026. Hugh Finds to see the latest and greatest. Over 5,000 vendors will be there. Also, spend 200 get 200. Spend 500 get 500. You get the idea. Is that like I guess it's kind of like BOGO.
Money BOGO, yeah.
Yeah, money
It's my
BOGO.
favorite kind of BOGO. It's a cash BOGO.
To get your info and your deals on there. Some of the things that I haven't really even talked about there, but like you can focus on what ads are tracking, what lives are tracking, what agencies, you know, you can see which one of your videos are getting more engagement, which ones are getting less. So you don't need to listen to us. Wait, you should though. But if you want to see which ones of your videos are impacting more than others, see the engagement rate, you can break it down to a real granular level of detail. And it's also an easy to understand graph. So even if you're not a numbers guy like me and you don't like spreadsheets, that's fine. It's very intuitive, very easy to find. So that is that. Dr. Dent, though, our purple teeth whitening strips are still top of the sales. So
Nice.
Another, for the past 28 days, 15.6 thousand. But now they are second in the GMV rank. GMV is gross material value, which is the total amount sold minus the cost of making the product. And they are in second place right now at $218.6 thousand. Most promoted still is the e.l.f. Halo Glow Tint SPF 50. So that's your Steven Statistical Corner. We're wrapped up there. Please, thank you. Yes, thank you. You're invested, you said?
No, I said I'm glad you got that off your chest.
Oh, well, thank you.
Numbers are to you.
What?
I said I know how important the numbers are to you. I'm trying to be nice.
I was gonna say that to my face. Don't act like you don't like numbers. Like, what the hell is your problem today?
I am never leading with reading lamp necklace again.
No.
Ever since I pulled out that reading lamp necklace, things have just gone fucking sideways.
You've surprised me, and I'm upset. Oh,
I was not ready for a reading lamp necklace.
Well, I love how we just escalate on each other because you're like reading lamp necklace. I was like, then I'll just go live now. You want to play fucking games?
Yeah, I guess that's how it goes.
Oh, it's so fuck it. Food processors, who cares? We actually, let's open with this because this is our first. This is somebody you're going to recognize, somebody I'm going to recognize.
We got
you think you can pitch royalty? Though, you know, we got to reach out, see if he'll come on the show.
Yes,
Roy.
Let's go, Roy.
For those of you guys who don't know, this is Roy underscore McCarty. Roy underscore McCarty. Roy underscore McCarty. It's one of the, you know, he's got good numbers every time we've looked him up. He's got a good rhythm and everything like that. So let's let him set the stage.
His shit.
Sorry, your microphone's coming in a little faint. Let's see if I can boost that just a little. Because I'm truly not trying to talk over you, but it's hard to hear you sometimes. Okay, let's have Roy set the stage here for food processors.
Sure.
Processor, a meat grinder, a vegetable slicer, all in one. It comes with 2 bowls. You see it comes with a stainless steel bowl, and each one of these bowls are 8 cups. Of course, this lid is interchangeable. And then, of course, you have the glass bowl as well. So you get 4 blades total. You just sit one down on top of the other. Same thing in the other bowl. So then you sit your lid on. Set your motor up here and you have 2 speeds, low and high. You also have the silicone mat. You can sit under your bowls for a non-slip surface. So I'm making a bowl of beans for supper tonight. I've cut an onion in half. I'm going to put half on one side and half on the other side. And then I'm going to stick my lid on here and then set the motor up here on top. And then I'm just going to do it on the low speed to start with. And you can see how that's already chopped that up. It's more sliced in there. I want it diced up a little bit better than that. So I'll put the lid back on, put the motor back on, and then I'm going to do it on high. And it's ready to go. That's all I'm going to do. Again, you have 2 bowls. These are 8-cup bowls, a stainless steel, a glass bowl, of course, your lid, your motor, your blades, and your mat down here. I have the link down here below. If you're interested, click that shopping cart and get yours ordered today. It's a food product.
Roy.
What?
No, I mean, I like that we demoed. I do like Roy. I think that one of the challenges here in this particular product is we have to benefit stack. We have to have like use case after use case after use case. And so while he's dictating what he's doing, I'm putting this on, I'm pressing the button, we can see that. I don't need you saying that. I need you saying like, you know, we're going to set the bowl here. I'm going to chop an onion for my dinner tonight, but you're going to use this on carrots. You're going to use it on celery. If you guys are bakers, you can do Oreo cookies with this, Ritz crackers for that perfect crust. You're going to be whipping up fruit. You're going to be like, you just got to keep like rolling on top of itself. Carrots, celery, beets, potatoes, like any type of hard fruit or vegetable that you might want to mince or dice. You can have it this size here. Now I've done all that handling while I'm talking, and then he shows that.
Yeah.
Or if you want smaller, you just go to the high setting, and on the high setting, you're also going to be mincing your garlic, your this, your that, your shallot. Just throw it all in one bowl, let it whip it up, and you never have to chop another vegetable ever again. And take a look at that. Like now we have it perfectly minced.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
leveraging that dead space, like it just felt, I enjoyed that we demoed. I'm not going to hash them out for demoing, but all the space in between the 2 reveals of the onion was, in my opinion, dead because he was just telling us what he was doing, which was redundant because we could see what he was doing.
Absolutely. And this is something that we've seen in his other videos, is that he is very much of a specific style and very firmly within his own audience. Like when we looked him up at some of his other videos, like he was explaining car part, like one of his top other categories is car battery repair tools, heaters, very much things that like require an educational component as part of the pitch. So he's very, he's very dry. He's very like just informative. It's very deadpan, which is very like, not to like shoehorn him into a demographic, but that like fits a certain style very well. So
a buyer, yes.
Yeah, it's, this is one of the strengths of social media pitching, is that you're not trying to sell to the most number of people that you don't control. Like, because we're coming at this from, we're in a store, we don't know who's watching, we want the maximum impact for the maximum number of people, and certain products lend themselves to certain people. So he's very much in his lane. I will say that, but for most of the time. But like when it's coming into food processors and those kinds of things, especially something like You have one and said you don't use it that much. I don't have one. I might have been on the fence about getting one for a while. So how are you going to lead me in there? And that's like what you're saying is you're going to use it for this. You're going to use it for this. You're going to use it for this. Like, look at how quickly you can make salsa. And it's like, I'm like, oh, okay, yeah. And then it's like, then if you want to like add, it's like take the top off, serve it right in the bowl, or whatever. It's like due to this top-down food processor design. For our audio listeners, the bowl's at the bottom, the motor sits on top of the lid and spins the blades, and then you can pull it all out. So theoretically, you could just make it in the bowl and serve it, which would be a feature that would make sense for me because, when he's like, I'm going to chop this onion up, and it does it so fast. And I'm like, well, now you have an entire dish for chopping up an onion when you could have just cut the onion on a board and then moved into where you needed it. But yeah. But overall, he's a solid, like I said, he sold his audience. His numbers are always impressive, which, speaking of, kitchen knives, car battery repair tools, and heaters are his top 3 categories. 2.4 thousand units in the past 28 days. And he has 399,000 followers with an engagement rate of 1.11%. So now that we've been comparing statistics for a while, we can see that that
He's steady.
He's steady, but his engagement rate is low. So he's truly like he's only going to grow within his own demographic or his own audience, unless he starts like breaking out, like you were saying, and like adding the use cases, like not necessarily narrating what you're doing, because as we've seen, nobody really cares. Like,
yeah, you got 45 seconds, like 20 to 45 seconds of time, and at least 2 main channels of communication, what you say and what you do.
Yeah.
And those 2 channels of communication should run parallel, but fire different synapses to the client brain until you hit the wow moment. And then on the wow moment, those 2 tracks come together and they link, and it's like, boom, wow. And then it's like, whoa. And then they can split off again, and you can be talking about, how much money you're going to save doing X while you're doing something else. But you really have to think of the structure as those 2 train rails of what you're doing and what you're saying.
Yeah, it's the most powerful like combination of things, and you need to hit it like an accent, not like doing it the entire thing. But always a pleasure to see Roy.
Always a pleasure to see Roy, though.
Yeah, let's like I said, we'll reach out to him. We'll see if he can't get on. They're screening. Oh yeah, screen that call. I don't want it. Moving right along. Let's see here. That's on.
You're going to need this powerful food processor. I love that it comes with 2 different processing bowls. It comes with this clear one. Also, it comes with this metal piece. I love that's able to be maneuverable from each one, and how easy it is to just clean. I love that it's only about 2 to 3 pieces for each one, and it's easy to just go ahead and pop it in and press that button. Now I'm showing you guys how it shreds this lettuce in real time. So look how quick this is and how efficient it is. This has been saving me a lot of time when it comes to my food prepping. This actually came just in time for my baby shower. My mom was cooking a few things and she needed a food processor, and it came in the same day. So when she tried it out, she absolutely loved it, and she even told me how good this was. So since I'm making lettuce wraps today, I'm going to go ahead and add my tomatoes, my cucumbers, and my carrots. And as you guys can see, I didn't even pre-cut these. So let's go ahead and show you guys in real time how this shreds. Like, this thing is so powerful. I only clicked it a few times, and this was only for just a few seconds. And let me show you guys how this went ahead and processed my food. I went ahead and linked this product right above my caption, or you can find it in my TikTok shop showcase. If you're a cook,
Yeah, I like the recipe choice. I like that we doubled down on the demo. I do feel like it requires a little bit more benefit stacking. Like I recall when we did this in stores, if you didn't get people tasting the salsa and envisioning at least 4 different, not just items, but like ways in which you're going to use it, like baking, prepping for appetizers, prepping the trinity of celery, onion, and carrot for, you know, your cooking your dinners and things like that. Like if you didn't get them fresh herbs, like if you didn't get them really like thinking about different categories of cooking that they're going to whip this thing out for, you were in a lot of trouble, because they just see another thing that's going in the kitchen, and all it's going to do is chop an onion, and I can chop an onion with my knife. But once you're like, it's the 60-second salsa maker, and all I do is throw in a few tomatoes and a jalapeno and a garlic clove and a little bit of pepper and a little bit of onion, and in a few seconds, boom, 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 I have beautiful fresh salsa. Stop eating it out of the jar with all those preservatives. It's bad for you. That like starts to open up the possibilities in someone's mind. So I think the more you get into the food processor food-wise, the easier it is for people to go, oh shit, I'm going to use that for everything, which is the ultimate goal at the end of this pitch.
Yeah.
So I like that she did that to a certain degree.
Yes, she did do it to a certain degree. I agree. Also, did you catch the moment that she did where it was kind of like what you were just talking about, of like, she was talking about other things, but then when she threw all that stuff in, she was like, and I didn't even pre-slice any of this. Look at how, so she's using it while talking about it. So it like comes together for that moment, for that wow factor, which is great. But as we've sort of seen over the course of like doing this for months now, like, you have to engage with the camera. Like these pitches that it's just the demo and it's just the hands are overall weaker in my mind. And I would have loved to seen her engage.
The faithless pitches are tough, because you essentially take, if we're splitting up like the technical score and the attention score, you essentially take most of the attention score that you could earn and throw it out the window almost purposefully, because I can't tell if you're credible or not. Besides your voice, I can't really get any visual cues towards your authenticity. It's like really difficult to put a personality to just the voice, especially when sometimes the voiceover isn't even the person. It's like an AI voiceover, or it's just, you know, done after the fact and almost doesn't match the actions. Like there's just a lot of misplacement in those style pitches. The faceless ones are definitely lower on the scale for me, for sure, than actually seeing someone.
Well, and also like I also see the other side of it too. Like I get where it's like in social media where like you're inundated with pitches and clamor, like posts are clamoring for people's attention, and it takes a lot of energy to just even shoot one video. So if you can add multiple videos to your repertoire, or like just change it up a little bit so you have different versions of the same video, like that would be my suggestion. Of it would be to shoot the whole video. And then the other thing I noticed in this one too, which I didn't think about in the first one, was that you have two bowls, right? And if you're advertising of like how quickly this thing can work, like move it from one bowl to the other so you can like have a whole separate demo in the stainless steel bowl. You know what I mean? So you could do like what you're saying is like you have the baking stuff in this one and the salsa in this one. So you do the salsa first, you have people like eating it if you're doing it live. And then if, you know, and then you're going on to the next thing while they're doing that. That would be a thing. But that was Miss Charmaine Moss, Charmaine.Moss. Nail art kits, baby baths and bath seats, and food processors. So our top 3 categories. Only 65 units sold in the past 28 days. However, she has 6.6 thousand followers and a 6.66% engagement rate. So even just by having this demo, you know, we saw that she, you know, was, you know, well, I mean, it was engaging. And yeah, some of her other videos, she's in them. So
let's pull one up.
You know, mix it up. It's not showing me which ones are paid promotions. So I don't want
I see. Yeah, that's fair.
Oh, they have a baby. I'm presuming that's her partner. They make a very adorable couple. If you got it, flaunt it. Let's see. Moving right along here. Didn't have this one. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Why did it do that? It updating terms and conditions. I don't care. I agree. I concur. It jumped to my For You page. Okay, here we go. That was strange.
Moving right along.
So my absolute favorite meat grinder / food processor is going crazy on TikTok right now. So I thought I'd show it again because there's a lot of people that may not have seen it. My son was in town this weekend from college and I grilled him some chicken breast and he left and I have 2 left. So I am going to show you how well this chops up. The set that I purchased, I got the glass bowl, a stainless steel bowl. You're going to get 2 sets of these double blades and you get the food processor motor or whatever. So this is cold and I'm going to put these in pretty large size so you don't really have to cut it up that much. I have a really big chicken breast right here, so I'm going to cut this in quarters. And like I said, this is cold, so it's a little bit hard to chop. And put this in here. I'm just going to shove those 2 big chicken breasts in there. It does come with the lid. And you have to line this up in the center. There we go. It has 2 speeds, 1 and 2. And you just hold it. It's like a pulse. Look how fast that chopped it up. This is the best thing that I have ever bought for my kitchen. Look how fine that chopped up. I could go even finer. I'm going to make some chicken salad with it. So this is about the consistency that I want, but I'm going to chop it up a little bit finer just to show you. It doesn't take much at all. I love this thing. It does everything. It does onions. It does everything. It does vegetables. It does meat. It is absolutely perfection. It's in the TikTok shop. I'm going to link it for you. It's been out of stock for a long time, but now it's back in stock. So
At least the product works good.
Put the lid on. Take it from the counter to the fridge. You don't like making dishes? Like, that's another feature I just thought of while I was driving semi trucks through the pauses in my mind of that pitch. I am so annoyed. Like, and she seems nice. That's the problem.
I'm not going to get in your way.
Like a lovely person.
I'm gonna let you run with this. Go ahead now.
Well, there was no urgency at all. There was no feature stack. Not only was she just narrating what she was doing, she was pre-narrating what she was doing, then repeating what she was doing. Like, Colt, first of all, that needs to be pre-cut. So your handling needs to be better. Second of all, like, glass top right on the countertop. It's like glass bowl right on the countertop. Most food processors are upside down. This gives you that advantage. Cold chicken right from the fridge into the bowl. I'm going to make chicken salad. I'm going to put the lid on. I'm going to put it back in the fridge. Done. It makes everything so fast and easy. Like, go. This was like pulling teeth for like every single thing. And then there were also edits. So then this is why I'm annoyed, is that they took the time to edit. They took the time to add captions. Never add captions like that, by the way. Like, they're circling and you can't see them all. And it's like, it's a feature that's it's like I don't know. I was not a fan.
You need a hug, buddy?
No.
No.
Let me sit in my feelings.
Sit in your feelings, bro. I don't disagree with anything that you said. Yeah. I actually was not enraged by her, though, because I about halfway through just got very apathetic, because I was like, just person just shouldn't be doing the thing that they're doing, or they should be doing it a whole lot differently than they're doing it. And I have nothing else to say beyond that. I agree with all the points that you made. And I mean, there's a lot of potential there because I think authentically she seems like a very nice person. But the technical rating on that, which then hurts the credibility. Like the technical rating was so bad on that it pushes into the attention rating and takes away her credibility. She also didn't have any urgency. So the only thing she really had going for her is that she seemed like a nice woman. That like I would believe that what she was showing worked. And I think it's also very helpful that the product did work very well in the demo, especially for what she was using it for. So like I see that and go, oh wow, I can make chicken salad pretty easily. But like beyond that, we're in a lot of trouble.
Yeah. Which if I shouldn't be too harsh on it, but I am looking at this through the lens of this is eligible for commission. This is a paid video. So if that is what is opening my mind to those kinds of critiques. If this was a video that was just a kitchen product review, or this is just like one of those where it's like, I'm not trying to sell it to you, I'm showing you how it works, I wouldn't be having the reaction I'm having. You know what I mean?
Heard loud and clear.
Yeah.
And I don't disagree. Here's the good news though, Stephen. For the first time, and So You Think You Can Pitch history, we have watched what, 5 pitches now? 4? 5?
3.
No. We watched
That's
Roy.
4. Oh, that was 4. Okay.
Okay, 4. Yeah. 4 pitches straight. We have seen a demo.
Oh.
Everyone is demoing the product for the first time. And So You Think You Can Pitch history.
That's true.
Let's see if it lasts the whole episode, because this is very exciting for me, because we are always ragging on people for not demoing. And now we've seen onion chopped. We've seen the salad chop. We've seen the chicken chop. This is like a very good day.
Yeah. So this was Tez Seth. Food processors is her top category. Boots and jeans. 0 units sold over the past 28 days. 5.9 thousand followers. 0.77% engagement rate. So
we're right.
Yeah. Well, it's just that like you need an opening hook. You need an opening frame impact. You need to revamp
the whole thing.
You need to revamp the whole thing. But the thing that's important is that if you were to do that, you would absolutely crush, because her authentic voice is so credible. I believe she cooks for her family. I believe like everything she was saying, like adding the flavor of like my son went home to college and now we have this leftover chicken. Like I believed all that. I didn't think she was lying in the slightest, so I really think she could take off.
Yeah.
Whereas some people just can't.
If you see this, email us at soyouthinkyoukcanpitch@gmail.com and we'll workshop this with you. Get those sales
or comment on our podcast. Although this is the question that maybe I'll ask. Well, who cares? We're live and you guys are on the ground floor. You guys are you should be happy where you're at.
Early investors is what we like to call you.
You get attention to investors. You're watching like as we're working all this stuff out. But like I am doing I'm stripping out the audio, and like so we're like 22 episodes like ahead. So the first audio podcast that just came out was Mops. There was like a minute of silence that I had to like edit out, and then we were just nice. We just kind of like started talking. But listening back to it from like then to now, I was like, wow, we've come a long way. There's further to go. I'm not gonna pretend there isn't, but
I mean,
It was
this
something else.
this part of the conversation is a really good example of that. But still, we are really cruising.
Oh, I got to look at the video of that first one. I don't think we even had our logo yet. No.
No, we didn't. No. I love.
Why
our
does he
logo.
drink tea weird? Hit us up in the comments. No comments yet. Okay, let's go on.
Another
I'm not
faceless.
gonna like this one, am I?
You can do for yourself in the kitchen is by practicing time management. If you're someone who loves cooking but you don't have time in the kitchen, this gadget is the best for you. So this is a food processor I got. With this food processor, it comes with 2 cups, it comes with a glass cup, and it comes with a stainless steel bowl. Very, very sharp, and it also comes with 2 sets of blades that is very sharp and very effective. This is gonna ease your work in the kitchen. Like, look at this. I'm about to make some pounded yam and soup for my daughter because this is her favorite meal. She can eat this food 2-4-7. Even as an adult, you don't have time to pound your yams, to pound fufu, to pound achu, or to pound cocoyam. Go check out this food processor. Like, look at this, guys. Very, very easy. Very easy to use in the kitchen, and it makes my job so easy. Can you see how smooth this fufu looks? You can also pound okra, you can pound you can also blend okra, vegetables, tomatoes, onion. Like, you can do everything with this food processor. This is multifunctional. You can do everything with it. Even raw cocoyams. You can blend your raw cocoyams with this food processor. So if you need to get you one of these in your kitchen, every home, every kitchen needs this right now. If you're someone who loves cooking, you're a busy mama, you want to get yourself one of these. They're on sale right now on TikTok shop, and this is the cheapest it has ever been. So I'm going to link it down below for you to go check it out. The best.
Go on, get it.
Go on, get it, girl.
This is one of the first faceless videos that I didn't feel was overly hurt by not, because her patter was so engaging.
Her patter was very engaging.
What was that patois? Like, I don't know. Was that?
Yeah, I don't know what the accent was. I thought, for me personally, the face version of this would have been even stronger, just because not only is that stronger in general, we would have gotten more of that character and engagement, but also we would have been able to lip read a little bit because the accent was very heavy, and I did lose some parts. The patter was just so good though. Like, the rhythm of it was great. And then the benefit stacking at the end, I know we were, watching a one recipe example, but then she just went into the benefit stacking at the end, and I was like, yeah, that's what we're talking about. This, that, the other. Going to make time in the kitchen so easy. I've got kids, this and that. If you've got kids, you're going to want this. Like, it was like a ping pong match with herself that was going really, really well. That's how nice the patter was there.
Okay, so she was saying fufu, which is the staple dough-like West African food made by boiling and pounding starchy root vegetables such as cassava, yams, or plantains into a smooth, elastic. Okay. So this is like I've had this before. Yeah, where it's when you're eating with your hands, which is one of the only times I'll ever do that, because that food is so good. So that explains that.
What are the stats like for her? Out of curiosity.
Oh, she's wow. Okay.
Is she crushing?
Fruit and vegetable utensils. Heaven Sent 381. Way to go. Food processors and kitchen knives are the top 3. 1.5 thousand units sold in the past 28 days, with 49.2 thousand followers and a 1.16% engagement rate. So, crushing.
Yeah, not doing too shabby.
Doing good. Let's see here. What is our... All right, let's go. We got 3 more, and then I took the liberty of finding a modern quote unquote infomercial that I think you'll like, which you might have already,
Oh,
but
this is the same woman.
is
Gotta
it?
be. Kitchen looks the
No.
same. She's
You've
making
been waiting to
fufu.
get this food processor,
Oh,
this
no.
fufu maker, this blender, whatever you want to call it. Today is the day. It is going for $28 today. This is usually over $35 plus tax, shipping, all of that. You're looking about $40, a little over $40, but you can get it today for $28. Okay, don't say that I never told you anything and never gave you anything. This is it for you. Go grab yours now. Bye. If you've been
I didn't get the wow moment. I didn't get the reveal.
I didn't get the wow moment. I didn't get the reveal. I like. Why do you have Chris Brown playing in the back? Is that gonna get our video taken down? Because that audio.
Maybe.
Shoot. Well, I can go in and cut it out if I have to.
Yeah, I don't know. That was
That was a nothing
was-
burger. That was just a nothing
Yeah.
burger. I don't even want to give you notes because you don't care enough.
yeah, we don't care enough if you don't care enough. Next.
But that's not going to save you from me looking up your stats. Tights, food processors, and spray guns. So this is even in your top category. You've only sold 60 in the past 28 days. 14.4 thousand followers and a 3.24% engagement rate. So you have the engagement rate. You have to put in a sales pitch. You're doing too much in the wrong direction. This was like a video you made, then talked over while adding Chris Brown music, and it didn't come together
At all.
at all. Let's move right along. I need to get that out of.
Yeah.
I need to get that out of my system.
We're still on a demo streak, by the way.
That's true.
And this. And now you can chop a completely separate set of things without having to clean out your food processor. It's strong enough to process meats, and you can also make nut butters or regular butter with it as well. I love having the two separate containers because I did onions in this one. You can also scramble eggs. You can do all kinds of things in the other one. When you remove the blades, this is a full bowl on the inside. There is no hole, so you can still use this for mixing or prepping your food. Again, you get a set of blades for both bowls. It's as easy as just swapping the lid and the motor, and you can do it all in one motion if you like. This is my new favorite thing in my kitchen. I'm going to link it for you right down below so you can go get one too. Two things.
Nice.
Nice.
I would have liked more. I feel like a broken record. I would have liked more benefit stacking. Again, I think this product really calls for it. I love the addition of eggs, though. She was getting creative with some of the benefit stacking that she did do. The value add of the double bowls and how that affects your cooking process and your kitchen awareness was fantastic. It gave her a lot of credibility. I felt like she's got like that ex-chef, I've been cooking my whole life vibe. And then the handling and this patter, the hand patter along with the word patter, the hands matching the action or the words matching the actions. That was all really strong, classic Pitchman style. So I wouldn't be surprised if she was trained at some point in her life to do this or something similar. Really just nice, clean work. Could we give more feedback? Yeah. But it would start getting nitpicky, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll push back though on the benefit stacking because she mentioned meat, nut butter, slicing and chopping, food prep, and then also like leverage that straight into, and this is a bowl, you don't have to stop, you move it as she, so it's like
you're right.
coming together what she's doing and also going apart. And she has this like the opening frame impact was good. Like silence can be your friend. It's hard too, especially when you're doing videos and or sales pitches in front of people. Is you want to there's an instinct to feel the silence because it is awkward in a sense of like just like, oh, people are looking at me. But she held the silence and held it with confidence, and I think that's what made it super strong.
Yeah, I'm into that.
That is Hoot Shack. Hoot Shack. Car battery repair tools, decorative flowers, plants, and fruit, and oil dispensers are our top categories. 1.1 thousand units sold in the past 28 days, with 9.2 thousand followers. So
Wow, that's great.
That is great.
Numbers don't lie.
So Roy, just for comparison, sold 2.4 thousand units with 400,000 followers.
Yeah. So she's selling half of Roy's unit count with a less than 1% of a fraction of his followership.
Yeah. Which, and that's just goes to show is like we were saying, is like everything she did so much right. And if we got into like technical things, it really would be nitpicking.
Yeah.
You know, and it shows. She gave the options. She made it like she also spoke. And you know what? This is what we've kind of fallen off of, like commenting on some of these, is she's very much addressed the why of this product versus not only like it makes your kitchen experience better, but why this food processor over other food processors is that it's on the lid. You can move it. It's portable. These are bowls. You can use them as bowls. You don't have to stop and clean out your food processor. Like, I'm for it. I'm here.
She did a great job of boxing out competition, which is not something that we see very often. Her credibility was just off the chart. I just loved. And then it was like just a touch of urgency right at the end.
Yeah.
I'm gonna leave the link. Just click it below. But it was so subtle. It was really nice. Well done all around. And
she's doing crazy for the number of followers and views. She is doing crazy numbers. So she has 9.2 thousand followers. Average video view in the last 20 days is 4.2 thousand.
Yeah, she's selling to more than 10% of her audience, which is wild.
Yeah. Granted, people like are gonna see the video that aren't specifically your followers, but still, it's good.
Awesome.
Okay.
Awesome.
Last one of the food processors. Here we go.
If you need a faster way to process food, but you hate pulling out your food processor because it's big, bulky, plastic, hard to clean, you're going to want to watch this. This is a food processor that's strong enough to process meat. That's actually what it's known for, but it's so simple to use and it makes everyday food prep so much easier. This is the Geniza Pro, and this one's going to come with a glass container. This is 8 cups, 2 sets of blades, and it also comes with an 8-cup stainless steel container, your lid, and your handheld motor. And let me show you how fast this can chop my turnip and onion. What we're going to do is put our food into the processor, put the lid on, put the motor on, and hit go. And that was in real time, in just seconds. We've chopped that entire turnip and onion. It can save you so much time in the kitchen, and they're on sale right now. I'll drop a link for you below.
We ended on 2 strong ones, 2 real strong ones.
Yeah, that had a little hiccup on that turnip though. Did you hear that?
For a second I was like,
whoa. But hey, this is the first So You Think You Can Pitch episode where we saw a demo on every single video. Let's go. Yay. Every single video we got a demo. That made me so happy. It warmed my heart. I'm going to be thinking about that all week.
Yeah, but she was so structured in the storyline of the pitch, and it had just the right flow because this is the most structured pitch we saw. And I don't know if she did it intentionally, which speaks to her being really good at it. You got like even if you scrolled past, you got the idea and what it does immediately. Then you did the thing. She's the first one that like did a turnip, which is, something like notoriously difficult to slice. Everyone else was doing onions except for, the people that did vegetables, but like really stress tested it, which I thought was really smart. And I think leaving that moment in of like, oh wait, is it not going to work? Was a stroke of genius because you lead in. It's like, oh, is like you don't want the cars to crash in NASCAR, but
you're still watching for it.
So it's like, oh, is she gonna crash it? Like, is she gonna embarrass herself? Nope. Worked like a charm. So you know what? I'm gonna say that was intentional, and I'm gonna say it was genius. That's what I'm gonna do.
All right. Intentional genius. You heard it first here, ladies and gentlemen, from Steven the Box Kerrigan.
The Box Kerrigan. Which, if you'd like to know how I came upon that name,
go watch our previous episode.
So you think you can pitch. Comment, find us on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. But that was Make It Cottage Cozy. Make It Cottage Cozy. Top category is food processors, herbs, spices, and seasonings, and food. 1.6 thousand units sold in the past 28 days with 38.7 thousand followers and a 1.17% engagement rate. So, and 2,000 new followers of the past 28 days. And she's relatively new to 2025 is when she started. Good. Yeah, definitely.
Nice
definitely
pitch.
bringing some experience into the online pitch space, which I think is cool.
Yeah, that was
well,
cool.
Great. Final thoughts on food processors, my friend.
My final thoughts on food processors. I genuinely am so thrilled that we saw a demo in every single one of these pitches. I think that the ones that landed for me, the pitches that landed for me were the ones that had a clear narrative around the different use cases for the food processor in the kitchen, and the ones that did a good job of creating an environment where the food processor felt like it belonged there. Like like if you compare the first fufu processor with the Credible Woman that was like 2 or 3 after that, what they had in common was that food processor belonged in that kitchen, and it was because of the way they were telling their story, their own personal cooking story. And I think that there's a little bit of beauty in that, and it was very well done. And that's what makes people want to go and get the food processor themselves so that they can go and create their own stories using that product. If it's just a big boxy bowl that chops one thing, you're not moving the needle enough to have the type of sales that you want to have. We saw some duds that were like that, even though they were doing the demo, it just wasn't resonating because the food processor didn't seem like it belonged there, or because they were narrating what they were doing too much without getting into the weeds of why they were doing what they were doing and why it's important to have that in the kitchen. So
yeah, absolutely.
That's my final thought. I have a bunch of stuff that already does that, but I'm still a little intrigued to buy that one. So I guess this episode went well from that perspective.
Yeah, I'm still on the fence. I would do more research before I bought a food processor. We might get one of these to try it out for our TikTok page. We are expanding into that. We're going to start doing some of these products that we see, testing them out, and seeing if it lives up to the hype. But for our final thought, I have something which I don't know if you've seen yet, but this is going to be very recognizable. It's not technically a sales pitch, but they are doing online sales in a way. You'll see what I'm talking about. Let's take a look at this guy right here. Have you seen this?
No.
Okay,
What
perfect.
is this?
Well, it's the new Big Arch from McDonald's is out, and this is this McDonald's CEO.
You've heard about it. Here it is, the Big Arch. This is something that we have tested already in Portugal, Germany, Canada. I love this product. It is so good. I'm going to do a tasting right now, but I'm going to eat this for my lunch, just so you know. So here we go. First, holy cow. God, that is a big burger. We've got a very unique kind of sesame poppy sort of bun on it. We've got 2 quarter-pound patties, a delicious Big Arch sauce, and of course some lettuce. So, there's so much going on with this. First of all, let's try to get this thing. I don't even know how to attack it. Got so much to it. Oh, there's also some crispy onions on here as well. I see those kind of coming out. All right, the moment of truth. That is so good. That's a big bite for a Big Arch. It's distinctively McDonald's. Only McDonald's could do this type of burger, but it also is unlike anything else on our menu. It's a delicious product. You know, you've got sort of the cheeses and the gooiness, but those crispy onions as well gives a nice texture. And of course, we've got the pickles. So I'm going to enjoy the rest of my lunch, but Big Arch, try it when you can get it. Chris K here.
Why you got to show me these things?
I don't know Chris K at all, obviously. I'm positive you don't get to be the CEO of McDonald's without being a highly skilled and, good at business. That doesn't translate always to real life, because that felt like an alien piloting a human suit. Like, another thing I was doing
piloting it like Men in Black, like he was just gonna open up and then
exactly.
like little...
That's what it was. Like, that's a big bite. I'm like, sir,
that's a big bite for a Big Arch.
Like, I was doing a little bit of research into this. Some people were speaking out about the video on TikTok, and some people like former executives of McDonald's and things like that. And from what I gathered, this is all hearsay. I didn't verify any of this, but was that everything that McDonald's ever does has to go through their legal department. Like, marketing goes through legal, like any public statement, any type of thing, any type of anything goes through legal. And you can really see it in this video of every single sentence was so carefully structured that it made him come off like an alien piloting a human suit.
Yeah, I could see that.
I don't believe for a second that was his lunch.
Kudos to him for getting in front of the camera, though. Like, he doesn't need to do that. He's the CEO of a massive food franchise, like probably the biggest in the world. And he has no requirement to do that. And for all of his awkwardness in the video, because to your point, he's probably not an actor or a salesperson or has much history being in front of a camera, and that was probably a big leap for him. He did it with a big smile on his face, and he looked like he was having a little bit of fun in his own interesting way. And there's something special about that. So I was like, the reason why I said, why do you got to show me this, is not necessarily because I was having a negative reaction to the video, but because I was having a positive reaction to the video, even though I don't like McDonald's. And now I'm like, should I go get a Big Arch? Like, sesame and poppy seed bun, like it's naturally McDonald's but not quite McDonald's. I'm like, oh
yeah.
So yeah, I thought, you know what, kudos to him for doing that. That was fun. And And yeah, they could afford to put a little more panache in their writing and marketing choices. I think sometimes corporations are too corporate.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know, I have no shade against McDonald's at all. It's not something I particularly gravitate to, but there are certainly like they have got me in one sense, because whenever I'm like in Japan or Italy, I'm like, I will check it out to see. And there is a market difference, and it's an interesting sort of like view into like their thought process and how they like have been able to penetrate like every market they put their mind to. So definitely not like trying to come across as judgmental on that video. And hey, you couldn't make a more marketing video because we're talking about it, right? So
yeah,
it was polished. If it was polished, I don't even think it would hit my radar. So good for them. You know, that was a success. But
and if it was an alien piloting a human suit,
do let us know, because you have to tell us.
Yeah, please tell us.
If you're an alien, you have to tell us in the pilot suit. Those are the rules. Well,
all right,
folks,
Steven, look into this. Watch the flashing light. Like Men in Black.
Oh, welcome. So you think you can pitch?
Oh no, please don't do that.
Ladies and gentlemen, I've been Steven Kerrigan. That was Peter Roccaforte. And if you're worried that we're leaving, don't worry. There is more. Have a good one. Now, I like.